my god, there we
So
go.
yeah, you watched the draft, so you have an idea of like what to expect, what's going on.
Hmm? Yeah.
So you watched, yeah. So you got an idea of what's going about to happen here. So yeah, basically ask you various questions. You answer as your character.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a bit of back and forth, and we'll just go for as long as we can with it.
Okay then. I can do it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm just checking
Of
out
course,
because yeah.
yeah. Of course. After I will ask how you felt, how you feeling about everything and all that. So
Uh,
yeah.
I should let you know though, my headphones do sometimes stop,
Cut
meaning
out.
like I go deaf. Yeah, I go deaf like for like a few seconds. It's
Got
like
it. So, if you need me to repeat anything, let me know, and I will repeat it for you.
yeah, okay, don't worry. I'll do my best to answer. I'm sure this won't
Okay.
be too bad.
Well, I will do a three, two, one, then a quick intro, and then you will walk onto stage, and we'll get things started.
Alright.
Okay. Three, two, one, and. Well, hello, folk. Welcome back to the show. I hope you enjoyed our little ad break. But I am here with our last interview of the evening. Please do come up on stage.
Hello? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Please do take us.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, this is lot smaller than I'm used to.
No, yeah, of course. I do get that. A lot of the other races tend to be quite large sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, sorry, just letting you know sometimes my ears do cut in and out, so um
No, that's
so
perfectly all right.
alright, well um what what was your question that you're asking earlier?
Oh, pleasure to have you. I am Rex, and what is your name?
My name is Rhino. Or that's my title. That's what everyone calls me.
Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see. That's an interesting name, but yeah. So
Well,
go ahead.
no. I was you can go. Sorry.
Okay. So what made you want to join Fight Finder in the first place? Like, what was the draw that brought you to it?
Kind of a sense of obligation and well,
Obligation.
how do I
What do you
say
mean
it?
by obligation?
Um, I'm not really too sure if I can really say, but it was kind of a favor that someone did for me, and in return,
No.
I kind of be um helping, or not really helping, but somewhat under them.
Uh, bit of a subordinate type.
I guess so.
I see. And have you been part of Fight Finder long? Are you like one of the newer combatants, like one of the
I
veterans?
have
Like, where do you
been in Fight
stand?
Finder for a good while.
I see. So you probably have a decent record, have had a few fights under your belt, so, uh, if,
I do.
correct?
I've
Mm-hmm.
I don't always record my fights, but there are some out there
Oh,
that you can
cool.
still see.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in this kind of segues into my next question here. What's your current rec life finder?
My current what at Fight Finder?
Your current record.
My current record. Probably like maybe 6, 7 wins, and that's all I can remember at the moment.
Okay, okay, that's pretty
Maybe
good, pretty
like
good. So
two
you,
losses.
so you are one
Oh,
of the ranked fighters then? That is good
yes.
to know. Too. We had a couple of the ranked fighters show up, so that's good. So, through Fight Finder and time you've spent there, have you had any rivals? Is there anyone you see as like a big obstacle to overcome?
God, I feel like if I answer that question, I'm going to be calling someone out. Don't you think?
Hmm. So you say you have no rivals. You're saying that you are someone that can take on any opponent.
No,
You don't
not
see
any.
anyone
There's
as an
some
obstacle?
out there that. Let's see. There, I can name some obstacles. Not really rivals. I don't
Hmm.
have anyone I have a grudge against. Um,
Really? Hmm.
Not really. No. I have
Hmm.
fought against Lazarus, who was one of my first fights. Um, it
Hmm.
was a loss. However, I did do decent enough, and it wasn't that bad. He was definitely a very big challenge,
I
and
see.
I thought I was going to die. So,
Hmm. So Lazarus is quite a powerhouse then, is what I'm gathering from this statement.
yeah, he was a powerhouse. It's
Hmm. I see. I see.
That's kind of understatement. He's really good at what he does.
Hmm. I see.
That's what I would say. Let's see.
Uh.
There is an individual that's named Levi. He was
Hmm.
as well more of a challenge. Um, Won against him the first time, but the second time I've lost due to some technical difficulties on my side. But um, his loss was some technical difficulties on his side. So um,
Hmm. I see.
any other way, I feel like he would have won. Even though what I
Hmm.
am built to do, or not really built, but what I can do is a countermeasure to what he can do. He was able to get the upper hand on
Yeah.
me almost in every other situation I met myself in with him. So he's
Yeah.
more than a decent fighter, I would say.
Hmm. So to say that those are your current obstacles at this point, and
Obstacles. When you say obstacles, you saying people that are getting in my way of my goal?
in the way every goal, people that might be a large hurdle to overcome for you to reach the top.
Large hurdles. Let's see. There's not really that much. There were some other individuals who made me have to try, but other than that, a lot of fighters I've found myself uh, under run. No, I'm lying. There's another fighter. Um, there's two other fighters. One of them
Mm-hmm.
is named Grumbo. He is
Okay.
still learning, but he has fought me multitudes of times. But he has potential, and he is, how do I say it? He, I feel like he is actually going to uh, do some really big damage to me, as well as this other individual named Red. They both have lots of
Mm-hmm.
potential, and I feel like one day they're both going to surpass me, and I feel like that day is very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
Okay.
that's just them both.
Very, very interesting. So, I got a good few articles that are is which is pretty good. No rebels yet, but you know that's bound to change at any given time. Hard to say with the way things can tend to go with that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So within Fight Finder, you've been through a lot of fights. Is there any fight that most stands out to you? One that is very memorable for you personally?
Uh, yes, but they're one of those types that weren't just for competition. They
Oh,
were more personal than I'd like them to be.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And who was this individual? If you don't mind me asking.
I can't really. I don't want to bring that up. I'm sorry.
Really? Oh, that's perfectly. That's perfectly fine. If you don't want it to say, it must have been quite the experience to
Mm,
put
an
that much
experience,
emotion on
yes.
you. Mm-hmm.
I the individual I fought against, they and I have a slight history, and
Oh.
and how do I say it? I mean, nothing's wrong now. I feel pretty decent with them. Just how do I say it? It's it's like one of those normal things you would do every day of your life, and for some reason, just one day
Hmm.
it just hits a lot more different. That's kind of how it was.
Ah.
That's
That's an
and
interesting way to describe it. That is quite understandable of a statement. Really makes people relate.
I'd I I hope and that's really it.
So did you win this fight, lose this fight? Like,
I won.
oh. Do you ever think that they'd try and initiate a rematch at some point?
Definitely. I hope
Hmm.
they do. I hope they keep trying.
I see, I see.
And
So, Fight Finder has a wide array of fighters, and combatants of all walks of life and different styles. But what is one that tends to stand out to you? Like, what's one that you always see them to root for whenever they step out into the ring?
I don't go to Fight Fighter too much anymore. However,
Oh, really?
no, I got busy. However,
Oh, yeah,
um,
that does
this is
happen.
this is one individual. His name is Job. I'm pretty sure you've heard of him. I don't even know if you've interviewed him.
Joe.
Job.
I've yet to interview Joe, but I've heard some things about him, that he's quite a talker, really likes to antagonize people.
Yeah, so
Has quite a mouth on him.
I'd vote for anyone who ever fights him.
Really?
Anyone who fights against him, I root for them. Job is very enthusiastic about fighting, but there's a line between enthusiastic and antagonistic.
So you're just preying on his downfalls, though, it?
Not his downfall. I just hope he gets up the ladder
Humbled?
in a more yes, in a more humbling way, in a more
Hmm.
honorable way. I mean, though he does fight honorably, he uses his fist. He doesn't really take out a gun, from what I've seen. He
Mm-hmm.
he always it's like he always wants to pick on the biggest kid in school and hope to get a fight with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I
making a
see, I
name for
see.
himself, but not in a good way.
Mm-hmm. See. Hey, I mean, in a place like that, fame can come in many different ways, be it infamy or actual, fame. Both seem to work in, within that, environment. What I've seen.
It could work. I mean, hell,
Mm-hmm.
if he gets us all the way to the ladder, I'll be proud for the little guy. But I really hope he doesn't get surprised when someone comes up the ladder and hits him off it. You know, metaphorically, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, of course, of course. Um, yes, like I said, Firefighter has a lot of people that use different skills, techniques, has different forms of training. So, what do you bring to the table that puts you a cut above the rest? What differentiates you from the rest of the roster?
I'm not around too much, but when you're, how do you say that's not giving out too much? I'll just tell you this. If you've seen from my own fights, I am destructible. Or
Hmm.
how do I say this? I bring a lot of destruction into the table and into the battlefield. Usually, a lot of collateral damage is involved.
Mm-hmm.
I am a higher caliber, literally. Not trying to toot my horn, I guess, but I am being genuine. I don't fight too much for that reason. Um, I only fight
Mm-hmm.
people who I feel like can take me on, usually.
So very picky about your opponents then.
Not too picky. No, eventually it's gonna come to the point where I'll have to start opening my doors to other fighters because I'm just gonna be fighting the same people who are on my caliber over and over again, and that's
Mm.
I mean, as much as I love fighting these people, but I want to have a newer taste in other people, but I know if I do that, I'll have to hold back. And I've been having
Mm.
a struggle with holding back, as in I hold back too much, or I let out too much. And if I let out too much, there goes the battlefield and there goes the audience, depending who the audience is, of course.
I see, fair enough.
Yes. What's your next question?
Okay, so through participating in Firefinder and all the events, what goals do you hope to achieve? How do you wish to grow as a fighter and as an individual?
As an individual, I want to be confident. That's kind of why I'm actually up here too, to hopefully be more confident. Uh, as you know, I haven't been breaking eye contact with you much. That and I want to make sure that I still stay in shape, almost like an exercise, you know? That
Hmm.
and it's I mean, I have so many guns in my arsenal. I kind of need to scratch the itch time to time and fire them. So, but
Of course, yes, of course.
my goals are fight finder. I just want to be a better compatible fighter with a lot of other people. Like, I want to be on a team where I don't have to have my teammates for me if I'm gonna blow them up by an accident. I
Hmm.
want to be able to, how do I say this? Expand my horizons in who I fight.
I see.
Think of it like this: you go out every day and you do whatever, but you know, you've sometimes meet the same people and you want to expand. Expand your skills in case you ever need them. I think that's the better way of explaining it.
see. Um.
There we go.
Okay, so through participating in Fight Finder and then going through all these fights, these losses, what shortcomings have you realized about yourself? What things have you noticed that you need to improve on to ensure victory the next time around?
Sorry, my ears are going deaf on me, but if I am correct, you've asked me what skills I want to improve?
Yes, how are you wanting to improve your skills? Have you noticed any shortcomings from your losses or anything you need to improve on to ensure victory for the next match?
Hmm. I feel like knowing the time to strike is something I need to do. There's there's one major thing. I don't know whether I want to say it on TV, but there's this one flaw that's pretty obvious.
Hmm.
This thing on my head, not exactly too sure what it does. Though, if I have my armor on, this is protected by a thicker horn. I need to learn how to use my horn
Mm-hmm.
a lot more, need to learn how to scratch, a lot more efficiency, all those type of things. Um, just the
Mm-hmm.
practical stuff. And I don't think I need to practice on my morals. I have pretty decent morals already. And to talk, but that's more of an optional thing. And I mean
Well,
talking as in teasing your opponent and making them want to actually hurt you more so you can have a reason to
the
fuck
whole
them up.
banter thing, the whole antagonizing, getting them riled up a little bit,
Give me a quick second. Okay. May you repeat that?
Oh yes, yeah. See, of course, with Fight Founder, it's not just about the physical, it's the verbal as well. Rile them up. Antagonizing your opponent. Really just getting them going. It's as much a physical game as it is a mental game. Or, sorry, a mental game as it is a physical game. Yes, I had that backwards.
Actually, yes. You might be onto something. You made me think about something. A lot of the fights are not really just fighting your opponent, but you're also fighting yourself. At least from what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been always calculating what the next person is going to do, but I never really calculate how am I going to actually get them to do it or whatnot. But I guess a lot of the verbal stuff that's kind of mostly pre-fighting. I guess that's what Job has been doing if you're thinking about it.
Hmm.
Maybe. But me, I don't really antagonize. Uh, Apparently I should at least do a tiny bit of antagonization, but I
Hmm.
rarely ever do. I'm more of a awkward, big person.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for tonight. So, any closing remarks? Anyone you want to call out? Anything you want to plug?
Kind of plug. I have no. I have really no social media. Maybe not yet. But
Hmm.
call out. Hell no. All of you are decent.
No.
Unless if you want to fight me, then just fucking reach out. But other than that, I'm really, I have nothing else to say.
Oh, well, all right then. Well,
Just thank you for the
thank you
time.
for coming onto my Of course, of course. Thank you for coming onto my show and taking time out of your busy schedule to come on and down here and sit down with me, and then we can have a little chat.
Of course, and thank you for having me. It's been really nice.
Of course, of course. I do hope to have more of you and the other fighters on my show, and maybe I'll maybe do some post interviews after events.
Maybe. Anywho, bye bye. Oh, wait, it's this way.
And we're good. All right.
No, wait, it was this way.
All right.
I
So
hate how
how
we
do you feel?
speak. Late night stream must go. I'm so sorry, Elise. This is not gonna last that long. I'm just gonna edit here. I'll probably private this thing, just gonna look at it later.